Hello guys, I'm Tom, and today we're going to take a look at that thing. One of the most bizarre and grotesque anomalies or creatures we saw in the entertaining animated series Gravity Falls is this being known as that thing, though it's also referred to as thing number 26. It's a very strange creature that Dipper and Mabel Pines encounter when it enters the Mystery Shack and begins to wildly devour leftover Halloween candy from the previous year. At this point, the creature starts destroying some items, scaring the kids a little. Due to the mystery surrounding it, its grotesque humanoid appearance, its intriguing and enigmatic backstory, and its peculiar personality and behavior, thing number 26 is considered by many Gravity Falls fans to be one of the best monsters featured in the series shorts. That's why, in this video, I'll explain in detail the history and known origins of thing number 26, or that thing. First, we'll discuss one of the promotional materials that served as a pilot for the series, and then delve into the backstory behind the short. To do this, I'll summarize thing number 26's role in the animated series and analyze the short. Later, we'll talk about the information revealed in journal number 1 about this monster. Afterward, I'll describe its physical appearance, what we know about its personality and behavior, and, according to the journals, what this being truly is. The short titled The Closet Creature is the first promotional material for the series, released by Disney shortly before the show premiered in 2012. The short begins with a sign that says Hour 1. Here, we see Dipper and Mabel filming the closet in their room at the Mystery Shack. Mabel asks Dipper if the camera is recording, and he confirms that it is. Then, Dipper begins to explain what he saw, while Mabel interrupts, saying she also saw something really weird. Dipper mentions that they're trying to get the creature that ate one of their socks out of the closet, where it then hid. At this point, Mabel doubts that the creature is actually in the closet. However, some violent movements occur inside the closet, accompanied by loud noises, which cause both of them to fall to the floor unexpectedly. After this, a second sign appears reading Hour 2. Here, Dipper says the creature hasn't left the room or the closet, while Mabel tries to make a creepy noise. Later, Mabel jokes that the monster could come out at any moment, but then screams unexpectedly, scaring Dipper. It's revealed that she did this just to show him that he isn't really prepared, which annoys her brother a bit. At Hour 3, Dipper comments that this creature might be the scientific discovery of the century because it has unique, humanoid traits that regular animals don't possess. To this, Mabel responds by saying it's probably just a hairless opossum, which infuriates Dipper. He explains that an opossum couldn't remain still for so long, climb vertical walls, or leave a trail of purple slime like that thing does. However, Mabel dismisses his arguments, saying the creature seems cute and adorable, which irritates Dipper even more. At Hour 4, Dipper tries to lure the monster out with a bag of chips. He points the camera at the closet, and then at the floor when he notices the bag is missing. Humorously, it's revealed that Mabel was eating the chips, completely forgetting what they were doing. Finally, at Hour 5, Dipper worries because the camera's battery is about to die, and he fears they won't be able to capture the creature on video. Dipper mentions they need to hurry, while Mabel tells him he'll owe her $5 if it turns out to be just an opossum. The children open the closet door and are directly attacked by a very strange creature with humanoid features and a pinkish-orange color. The screen fills with static, and the camera falls to the floor, showing a coin lying there. Then, we hear Mabel scream in horror as she realizes that that thing wasn't an opossum after all. This is where the promotional clip for the series ends. The story of that thing continues in the animated series, specifically in the short titled The Candy Monster, the first official short of the series. An important detail to note is that thing number 26, after hiding in the Pines children's closet for a long time, simply escaped after directly scaring them when they opened the closet. In the short, we see that during the night, Dipper Pines is finishing one of the special sections of the journal, known as Anomaly Number 13, titled The Mobius Chicken Strip. Just before turning off the camera, a mysterious creature surprises them and begins wreaking havoc in the room. Dipper quickly wakes up his sister Mabel, who initially ignores him, saying she's going to sleep forever. However, she wakes up when Dipper warns her that the creature is eating her leftover Summerween candy from last year. At this point, Dipper and Mabel decide to investigate what this candy-eating monster really is. The children have no idea what kind of creature it is, although Dipper names it Anomaly Number 76, titled that thing. Shortly after, Dipper arms himself with some golf clubs and an improvised suit of armor made from stuffed animals, preparing to confront the monster directly and capture it. The kids want to do this both for science and to save their candy. Dipper attempts to approach the monster slowly, trying to lure it with more candy. However, it seems the creature realizes it's a trap and decides to escape quickly without hesitation. The children chase after it anyway, but the creature proves to be a real problem as it starts messing up the entire mystery shack. It throws candy everywhere and even attacks Dipper with it in a somewhat funny way. When the Pines kids are about to give up, the candy-eating monster somehow turns on the television. The light from the screen seems to hypnotize it, calming it in a surprisingly effective way. The television also captivates Dipper and Mabel, who stare intently at the screen. Shortly after this, Seuss arrives at the cabin, greets the twins, and mistakes the monster for Uncle Stan. Here, Dipper concludes the episode of Dipper's Guide to the Unexplained by saying that in the next episode, they'll look for a way to finally get rid of this monster. This confuses Seuss, who asks the creature, believing it's Stan, what Dipper is talking about. This is where the story of that thing ends in the Gravity Falls universe, as it doesn't reappear in the animated series. In Journal Number 1, Stanford Pines wrote about the strange creature. In his notes, Stanford mentions the following: its gigantic mouth contains large fangs that contrast with its blue tongue. I'm not sure if I'd truly call it a monster, as despite its appearance, it only seems to crave sweets and candies. It appeared before me suddenly while I was watching a television program. I was near a bowl of leftover Summerween candy. When I turned on the television, I noticed the creature's presence. Despite its appetite, it froze for a few seconds, staring at the screen while devouring half the bowl of candy. Perhaps it would make a great TV-watching companion, but it ate all my candies and sweets and then vanished mysteriously. Stanford wonders if this being is truly a candy monster and concludes that its weakness is television. On the other hand, Dipper titled this journal entry that thing. Unfortunately, no further information about the creature appears in the other journals. Diving deeper into this topic, the physical appearance of thing number 26 is that of a small creature, approximately 12 inches, 30 centimeters tall. Its skin has a pronounced fleshy tone, with a chubby and somewhat rounded body overall. Its face features two large, yellowish-white eyes with distinct reddish pupils. It also has a large mouth filled with sharp teeth and a flat, somewhat inhuman-looking nose. It has two short arms and two short legs that end in somewhat humanoid hands and feet. Its entire body is covered in short hairs or fuzz. As Mabel described, it looks like a chubby little naked man. Its tongue is purple with bluish hues, and it occasionally leaves a slightly gross trail of purple or blue saliva, depending on the lighting. According to notes from Mabel and Dipper, which we can see in the postcard they sent to their parents, that thing can bounce around humorously like a ball. As for its personality, it's irrational and wild, with a singular purpose: to devour candies and any sugar-filled food. Despite its grotesque physical appearance, it doesn't seem hostile to humans, as it only seeks to eat, break, and mess things up. It has a fascination with television. When it sees one, it calms down and becomes completely tranquil. According to what is revealed in the journals and the animated series, this being is an anomaly, something typical of the strange nature of Gravity Falls. It's similar to other monsters in the area, but this creature may only awaken occasionally to feed on sweets and sugar, especially after events like Summerween. In Journal Number 1, it's hinted that This being specifically feeds during such periods, reinforcing its connection to candies. It's also possible that it's a reference to the Cookie Monster from Sesame Street or Crumb from the 1990s animated series Aaahh! Real Monsters. This could mean that Alex Hirsch, the creator of Gravity Falls, was inspired by those characters to create this candy-eating monster, as they share some physical similarities. In conclusion, that thing, or thing number 26, is an interesting and strange concept. Its grotesque appearance might be unsettling for some, as it looks like a small naked man, but the story behind this being and its appearance in the promotional short were quite fascinating. I liked that even Stanford Pines in the past had an encounter with this entity, although he couldn't study it in depth because the monster quickly escaped. Overall, even though its design isn't very elaborate, the mystery surrounding it, its bizarre behavior, and the mix of humorous and intriguing elements in the short make this creature a memorable monster from Gravity Falls and one of the best from the animated series shorts. Let me know your opinion in the comments. Did you already know about that thing or the candy monster? Were you familiar with its entire story and origins in the animated series? Did you see the promotional short where it first appeared? Share your answers to these questions and your general thoughts about that thing number 26, and the candy monster from Gravity Falls. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. I truly appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up to support the channel, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my new videos.